Číslo 98 na ledě Lukáš Hečko. Číslo 30 na ledě Honza Šimada. Číslo 93 na ledě Ondřej Benedikt. Číslo 7 na ledě Michal Dědič. Číslo 12 na ledě Tomáš Buda. Číslo 88 na ledě Honza Pospíšil. Číslo 73 na ledě Tomáš Rejter. Číslo 76 na 66 Michal Slanec. Číslo 84 na ledě Petr Švanda. Číslo 71 na ledě Lukáš Vlasák. Číslo 18 na ledě Dominik Bardošák. Číslo 89 na ledě Honza Bílý. Číslo 9 na ledě Ondra Březina. Číslo 47 na ledě Tomáš Fejfer. Číslo 77 na ledě 77 Dan Hnízdil. Číslo 67 na ledě 68 Honza Pacovský. Číslo 86 na ledě 6 Martin Bruček. Číslo 50 na ledě Pavel Bubeš. Číslo 87 na ledě 7 Ondřej Lux. Číslo 97 na ledě 7 Richard Pešout. Číslo 8 na ledě Lukáš Soukup. Číslo 20 na ledě Martin Špeček. Číslo 13 na ledě Radim Štěpání. Číslo 10 na ledě Tomáš Frolobl. Trenérem head coach of Czech Republic Drahomír Gablec. Vážení fanoušci, tohle to je soupiská sestava týmu, který má jediný cíl: vrátit zlato domů. Pojďme si nabít Sport Arénu. Začínáme fandit, dnes musí být skvělá atmosféra. Přidejte! A ještě se tam pojďme víc, všichni fandí, teď! Jste fantastiční, dovolte, abych přivítal také hlavní nezúčastněné utkání. The referees for this game are Ayal Halak and Ray Beretinsky. Prosím, přivítejme domácí tým České republiky!
The Czech team just coming onto the floor here at Tip Sport Arena. in Pardubice for a big game, a matchup against the United States in the men's A group. Huge crowd on hand here at Tipsport this afternoon as expected. This arena seats 10,300 people with the exception of the concrete bench seating down to our left. It is fairly full. This one may or may not set a record for the largest crowd ever to watch an ISBHF World Championship ball hockey game. We'll see when the final numbers come in, but we've had good crowds for the Czech games the last couple of nights, but this is the biggest group we have had for any game, and there you see it across the way. It is the same underneath us in the stands on this side. Big crowd on hand here. Two undefeated teams. Czech Republic 2-0. They have run roughshod over the competition. 6-0 opening night against their neighbors Switzerland. 12-0 last night against Italy. For the United States, they've just played the one game so far. That a 3-1 win over Finland. A game that was probably a little bit closer than they would like it to have been. And it really just came down to a couple of penalties by Portugal in the third period that gave the United States the win. They're going to need to play better than that this afternoon into this evening if they want to challenge this strong, powerful Czech Republic team. And I tell you, the United States, as I said earlier, came to this championship one color medal in mind. That is gold. Same with the Czech Republic. Be no quarters given in this one. Jan Šemera will be the goaltender for the Czech Republic. In goal for the United States, of course, Jonathan Rithage. There he is. Šemera and Rithage. Czech Republic, the red, white, blue trim. United States in the blue with the white and red trim. You know the uniforms. And this huge crowd is ready. It is going to be loud. It is going to be raucous. They will be making noise from the opening whistle. Sit back, enjoy it. Czech Republic, United States on a Saturday afternoon from Pardubice. Ball bouncing around. Czech Republic come away with it up through the middle. Jan Pospišil. Pospišil battling along the boards. Kept in nicely by Fafar. Fafar will dump it down into the corner. On it first, the captain, Hildreth. Around to Bain, up at the blue line. Long pass, that misfired. It's not going to have enough for flooring. Czech Republic back to pick it up. And already you can hear the drums and the chanting going. Penalty coming up. First penalty will go to the U.S. Šemera heading to the bench. Czechs with the extra attacker on the delayed penalty. They gain the blue line. Now they can work it all the way back to the center red line. 6 attackers out there for the Czech Republic. Back of the point. Shot. Blocked. It's loose. Touched up by the U.S. Jan Bielie took a shot from the point. Heading to the penalty box will be Jess Hackett for the U.S. First power play to the Czech Republic. You see the Czech bench. They've had it pretty easy so far. It's going to be a tougher challenge for them this afternoon. Czechs and USA in a group with Switzerland, Portugal, and Italy. Earlier today, Switzerland defeated Portugal, come from behind victory, 5-3. Game that the Portuguese led 3-0 halfway through the first period. Some moisture on the floor in front of Jonathan Merthage. There are two referees this afternoon, both from Canada. Ray Berezitsky and Ian Hollett. Kubesh in to take the face-off against Bill Sullivan. Czechs control it. Jan Bili. Bili doesn't shoot it. Now he will. Fires it in. Save made by Merthage. Kubic couldn't get it. Bili with a hard shot. That just went wide. Over on the far side. Kept in by Rather. Down low. Priest violation, I believe, has been called. No, the net has come loose. Dislodged from its position. That's the reason for the whistle. U.S. changing up their penalty killers. Czech Republic will stand pat. Bealey, Rather back at the point. Benedict, Bakovsky up front. Face-off won by the United States. Cleared down the floor along with Pavel Kubic. That's the five out there for the Czechs. Shot right in onto Merthage. He'll hold on to it. We get a whistle. Minute 22 left to go in the power play. This game is a big deal in the Czech Republic. Big crowd on hand. We are webcasting. Czech TV, national television, is here as well to broadcast this game. Tremendous interest in these World Championships here in the Czech Republic. Czechs again win the faceoff. They've got some new personnel out there. Shot scores! Mikhail Dedic from the point, one-timer. Let it rip, wasn't touched. Beats Merthage low, glove side. Minute 59 in. You see Dedic, given time, winds up the big slap shot. There you see the ball coming out of the back of the net. Just gave it everything. 1-0, minute 59 in. Dedic with the power play goal. Let's see how the U.S. respond in front of this large, intimidating crowd. Gregory behind the net. Fed it out in front, a shot. That just went wide from Cody Black. Czechs come up with it. Clear it in. In around behind the goal, Matt Karan. That pass, a little too much on it. Will go down into the corner. Play on. Black has it. Cody Black getting free down in the corner. Black out in front. Tipped wide by Gregory. Virginia, a couple of goals in that game last night for the Czechs. Will clear it in. Back to get it. Karan. Up the right side. The U.S. are changing. They'll take their time. Now Gregory will clear it in. Ball bouncing around in behind. Comes up along the near boards. Bounces off the dasher. The U.S. have it. Back at the point. Shot towards the goal. It's deflected over the top. It was Rick Zimick with the shot. Another shot from outside. Goes wide. The net has been dislodged once again. Tell you, even the announcement of who scored the goal is a production here in the Czech Republic. to get the players to back up a little bit. Controlled by the U.S., kept in by Liebers, in around behind the goal. In the corner, on it first. There's the Czech Republic down the floor. Ball went out of play. Face off at center. Face-off control by the U.S., cleared in by Michael Bain. Kept in over there, Johnny Ruiz. Ruiz calling for it. Czechs converge on him quickly. Ruiz still got free for just a second. Penalty coming up again. It'll be another one to the U.S. Trouble here for the United States. Extra attackers on. Kubic towards goal. Another shot blocked by Rethage, and the ball goes out of play. Great save by Jonathan Rethage as the Czechs come close, and now they'll go back on the power play. Already having scored one power play goal today. They see part of the big crowd here at Tipsport. That's a tough call against Jim Doherty. And he's going to go for two. Fans still filing in. The crowd continues to grow. Kept in, Jan Beely. Rader with a shot that's blocked, able to keep it in momentarily. States come up with it. They need to get it out over center. They do. Racing away with it, Bobby Hauser in front. And now it's going to be a penalty coming up to the Czech Republic as the States break out shorthanded. They'll draw the penalty. The penalty is coming in front of the goal. Can't quite see it as Hauser centers it. There's the penalty. As the U.S. player is dumped, it's going to go to Jan Bukowski. So a little 4-on-4 right now. Jordan Senecal to take the face-off against Martin Spacek. Spacek wins it for the Czech Republic, and away they come. Down the left side, shot, save made by Rethage. Player knocked down, fans react, referee does not. Czechs keep it in, down low, tip, Rethage with another save. U.S. under pressure, clear it down the floor. And that will be a flooring call. Tough to hear the whistles up here. We are up in the rafters of the Tipsport. The very loud Tipsport arena. .448 gone first period, 1-0. Czech Republic. Power play goal by Mikhail Dedic. Ball loose in the circle. U.S. come away with it. Cody Warella. Slide it in around behind the goal. Out to play to Shimera. Robel for the Czech Republic. Robel down the right side. He'll stop up there. Robel turning. Robel still working in there against Nick Carter of the U.S. Robel trying to get it out in front, lays it off, out in front, Robel with the shot, rebound, scores! No, they're going to wave it off. The net has come off. Referee Ian Hollett noticed right away that the net had become dislodged and waved the goal off immediately. So close, here we'll see it. Robel, who come out from in behind the goal, the shot was stopped, the rebound was there, Andre Brezina thought he had himself a goal. There's the initial shot by Roble. Brezina tucks it under Rithage, but off to the right. The referee called it off. That shot goes in wide. We're still 4-on-4 right now. Czechs with it again in front. They'll turn. Kruchek had it taken away. Away comes Johnny Ruiz. Chimera bats it up and out of play. Ruiz is saying that should be a penalty. The referee is saying it deflected. Touched the glass before it went over. And here's that play again. There's the goal. There's the referee. Nope. He says the net's off. Ball comes into Chimera. He wants to keep it moving. Pavel Kubic. Right side shot comes in, goes wide of the goal. Penalty to the United States is over. They're now on the power play briefly for the next 15 seconds. Ruiz, Hildreth, up ahead, back out. Battle for it there. Jan Beely will clear it in for the Czechs. That'll do it. Penalty is over. We're back to even strength, but not for long. Another penalty coming up to the Czech Republic just as the first one expired. That's for body contact in behind the U.S. goal. Ooh, we got the left elbow up into the head of Steve Gregory. Tough to argue that one when you see the replay. Actually, that wasn't even the penalty. That was the penalty there. Could have been a couple called against the Czechs. So the U.S., their first full power play. We had one a moment ago that lasted just 15 seconds. Into the corner. Back at the blue line. Hauser got it down low along the hash marks. Comes over this side. Try and get it back to Warella. That's picked off, and Hauser couldn't hold it in. Cleared down by Dedic. Bobby Hauser back to pick it up. Hauser, he'll bring it in himself, drop it back at the blue line. Now they've got all the way back to the red line to work with on this power play. Back to Sullivan. Warella, shot. Comes out here on the near side, picked up there by Nick Carter. Back to Warella, back to Sullivan. There's Warella's shot. Czechs don't clear it the first time, they do on the second attempt. Under a minute to go now in the power play. They'll leave it for Ruiz. To Hildreth, the captain. He's being watched by Roble. Hildreth nowhere to go, trying to direct traffic. He'll come here on this side. Now they gain the blue line. Ruiz, but he's pushed back. Great penalty killing by the Czechs, and now it'll be a penalty to Ruiz, I believe. Same call. Body contact as he put the shoulder into the Czech player along the boards. There you see it. Ruiz stepping into Daniel Hinzel of the Czech Republic. So first period punctuated by a series of penalties, both teams. So for the second time in this first period, we'll play some 4-on-4 ball hockey. Czechs lead it 1-0. 21 seconds left to go in the U.S. penalty. Then the Czechs will be on the power play. Puck was in wide of the goal, poked in behind by Liebers. Liebers loses it. Wraparound attempt. Rethage has it. Good work behind the goal by the Czechs. That was Andre Brezhina doing all that work behind the goal. Czechs change up. 11 seconds. They'll be on the power play. Ball comes back to Benedict. Comes back to him. Benedict on the far side. Shot. That goes wide of the goal. Cleared away by Rethage. Brezhina. Jan Bukowski. Czechs now on the power play. 5-on-4. Benedict. Kubesh. Benedict back to Kubesh. Back to Benedict. His shot off a stick and up and out of play. That one off the stick of the U.S. player. Corey Wilson up high. He got the stick in the way of that shot. Still 1:24 to go in the Czech power play. U.S. win the faceoff, clear it down the floor. Back to pick it up. Thomas Rater. Jan Beely. Beely chips it right to Rethage. That'll get a faceoff in the U.S. end of the floor. U.S. again win the face-off. Again, send it down the floor. It was Bobby Hauser. Up ahead, they'll move it. Rater. Shot in by Bukowski. Czechs come up with it. Jan Beely back here at the right point. Shot from a sharp angle. It's loose in front. Still bouncing around. Finally cleared out of harm's way by the U.S. Don't get it out over the red line. Great job to hold it in. Kubic. Beely, his shot. Wide of the mark. Bukowski played it back. Rater fanned on it as he tried to get this shot away. The U.S. come up with it. Can they get it out? That hit somebody at the U.S. bench. Whistle goes. 17 seconds left to go in the power play. The penalty to U.S. player John Ruiz. Good look at Thomas Pfeiffer of the Czech Republic. Hinzel wins the faceoff for the Czech Republic. Then they gain the zone. Breaking in, knocked down was the Czech player. Fans want another penalty. Nothing coming that time as Pfeiffer was knocked down in the slot. Fans will react to everything here this afternoon. Shot in right to Rethage. Big juicy rebound out in front. Cleared. Penalties over. This is Ruiz. Coming out of the penalty box. Up ahead. Just failed to hit Bill Sullivan with a breakaway pass. Sullivan was in between the Czech defenders. Pass just misfired. Under 5 to play in the opening period. The one goal, that a power play goal by Mikhail Dedic. Zimic gives it to Karan. Matt Karan for the U.S. Back to Zimic. Up at the blue line, tipped in by Senecal. Senecal going into the corner, shoulder to shoulder with Slonitz. Slonitz comes away with the ball. Out at center. It's going to be another penalty, I believe. The whistle goes. And it is interference again to the U.S. If they keep this up, they're going to be in trouble. Too many penalties. There you see the Czech player knocked down just outside the blue line. And the crowd, the cheerleaders, the drums are going. We even got the kiss cam going up at the main scoreboard here in Pardubice. Fans are having a good time. And right now they'll enjoy their team on the power play. The noise level goes up. Andrew Hildreth is the penalized player for the U.S. Czechs dump it in. Back first, Nick Carter. Converged on by 3 Czech players. Ball comes loose and Hinzel has it. Hinzel. Back to Jan Pospisil, and a great job to hold it in. Now it's forced out. Pospisil up ahead. Kucek. Brought in. Kudela, shot from the point. Verthage saw that all the way. Kept in nicely by Kudela. Kruchek. Kudela, slap shot, save made by Verthage. U.S. cleared around the boards. Kept in by the Czechs. Kucek. Back to Pospisil, over to Kudela. Kudela working off the boards. Pospisil. Kruchek fanned on it. Comes right back to him. Shoots it wide of the goal. Kudela on the far side. Still 43 seconds to go in this man advantage. Kudela fires it. Save made by Verthage. Again, rebound control by the Czechs. Kucek. Pospisil. Kucek. That pass intercepted as Ruiz got a stick in the way of it. The ball goes out of play over in the stands on the far side of the arena. Czechs throwing it around beautifully. There's the shot from Kucek. And the rebound came right back to him. And he put it wide. He just completely fanned on that first attempt. There's Kudela's slap shot. Verthage with the save, and the ball rolls into the corner. All kinds of pressure by the Czechs. U.S. win the face-off, though, and clear it down the floor. There's 20 seconds to go now in the man advantage. Kubic. Shot in by Rathar. Hauser has it for the U.S. Bobby Hauser. Here in the near side, taken off the boards by Michael DeFazio. He stopped at the Czech blue line by Jan Bili. Kubic played it back. They'll go the other side. Makovsky down into the corner. Control there by the U.S. In behind the goal, Lieber's racing after it. Lieber's up along the boards. Czechs keep it in. Into the slot, Makovsky can't get free for a shot. He'll turn, gets it back to the point. Ball comes in, it is tipped off of Karan into the corner. Karan and Bili go hard to the corner. U.S. come away with the ball. Backhanded in. Now they'll go into forecheck. In Borella trying to catch up to it, but the Czechs moving out the other side. Sokup. Back to Benedict. This is Andre Benedict. He'll leave it there for Dedic. Here at 5-a-side. Ball dumped down the middle. Not cleared by the U.S. initially. Now they'll swing it around to the other side, and it will get out over the red line. Hustling to try and get there is Cody Black. U.S. come up with it, but it's going to be, I believe, just an offside call. No, hold on. Not so fast. It's going to be a penalty to the Czech Republic. Mikhail Dedic heads off. Again, it's going to be a body contact call. It's been a physical game here in the first period. The United States now will go on the power play. They've got Schlegel out there, along with Dougherty, Johnny Ruiz, Bobby Hauser, and Warella. States win the face-off. Schlegel with a shot. Scores! That did not take long. You win a face-off, get it back to the point, move it to the other side. And Denny Schlegel has tied it for the U.S. Chimera looks behind him. Thought he had it. Just the one pass, the one-timer. Chimera looks behind and not happy with what he sees. He did get a piece of it, and it went between the pads. So 1-1 tie now, United States and the Czech Republic. Goal comes with just 31 seconds left to go in the first period. Huge goal for the United States. They've been on their heels through a lot of this period. Bukowski plays it back. Thrown in front, the U.S. are away. Dumped in, and Chimera had trouble with that. Had a look around. Ball came to the boards, but he wasn't sure where it was. Gregory in the corner. Bump there by Benedict. Gregory trying to get it out in front. Now it comes out in front. Wouldn't have counted. The buzzer just went as Michael Bain had a chance. So a terrific first period. Give the edge and play to the Czechs. They got the first goal and had the better of the chances, but the U.S., with a power play goal of their own late in the first period, have tied this one up. And we are in for a dandy. The fans are having a great time. I hope you're enjoying this one wherever you're watching it from. We're going to take a break here from Tipsport Arena. We'll be back with the second period. Czech Republic, United States tied at 1.
Je to nová situace pro český tým, první kasovaná branka, co si teďka řeknete v kabině? Ty jsi pardubický hráč, ligová utkání hrajete na trošku jiném hřišti, můžeš nám srovnat, kde hrajete a jak ta atmosféra probíhá na vašem domácím hřišti? Tak, po labinách na větším hřišti, ta atmosféra je dobrá, ale si myslím, že se dá srovnat hráč, který jsou výborný a moc děkujeme, že nám budou mít tak vadí. Tohle to je Honza Bílý, který vás to letko pozval také na domácí zápasy pardubického hokejbalového týmu. dokázali. Přivítejte, prosím, mistry světa z Litoměřic 1998 a také mistry světa z Plzně 2009. Velký potlesk pro ně. Tyto legendy českého hokejbalu budou teď odměněny Martinem Komárkem, předsedou Českomoravského svazu hokejbalu, pamětními medailemi z letošního mistrovství světa. Nejprve budou tyto medaile předány hrdinů z Litoměřic 1998, kdy před 19 lety vybojovali na historické druhé mistrovství zlaté medaile. Nemáme tedy všechny litoměřické hrdiny, ale abyste viděli výpis toho zlatého, historicky prvního zlatého mistrovského týmu, tak se podívejte na naši kostku, kde vidíte úplně všechny první zlaté borce z Litoměřic 1998. A pozvolna přecházíme také do roku 2009, před 8 lety, druhý šampionát pořádaný v České republice a další zlato pro českou hokejbalovou reprezentaci. Výpis hrdinů najdete opět na naší kostce a já ještě jednou poprosím Tipsport Arénu, zatleskejte, že to zlatý legendár českého hokejbalu. To jsou oni, zlatí hoši. A my se pomalu vraťme do roku 2017. Vraťme se do první třetiny dějství České republiky versus Spojené státy americké. Pojďme se podívat na to nejlepší, co přineslo prvních 15 minut.
Got a 1-1 tie after 15 minutes of play between Czech Republic and the United States. Shots on goal. A big advantage for the Czech Republic as a result of those strong power plays that they had. 17-5, they outshot the U.S. Jonathan Rithage was very good. 7 penalties in that period. 4 to the U.S., 3 to the Czech Republic. But the Czech Republic threw a lot of rubber at Jonathan Rithage while they had the power play. There is Jonathan Rithage, U.S. goaltender, making his way down into the goal. United States with a late power play goal to tie it up. Czech Republic got on the board first, 1 minute 59 seconds into the opening period. Goal by Mikhail Dedic on a power play. And that crowd was very happy at the time. And then Jenny Schlegel, 31 seconds left to go in the first, tied it up for the U.S. Tremendous crowd on hand. No penalties on the board as we start this second period. Got another Czech Republic game coming up after this. The women's team make their debut at these 2017 ISBHF World Championships. They are taking on Greece. I expect much of this crowd will stay around for that one. And that's not even our last game this evening. That'll be followed up by Slovaks and, I said Czech Republic and Greece. Czech Republic and Great Britain in the women's game next, and then Slovakia and Greece in the men's game to wrap things up tonight. That game, 9:30 start local time here in Pardubice. We are underway. Period number 2. Kudela up the right side for the Czechs, gets it in. Up ahead, Kruček. States can't clear it, kept in. Now it's cleared out. From his knees, backhanding it down the floor was Doherty. Going to rule off the flooring call. Taking it back behind his goal, Jan Pospisil. Right side, Kudela. Kudela will clear it in. U.S. on it first. Johnny Ruiz hits it behind the goal. Ball comes back to Michael Bain. Bain, cross floor pass all the way down the floor. Again, Czech player was there, so no flooring. Stealing it behind the goal, getting it out in front. Save made by Shamara. Great work by Jess Hackett, number 89 of the U.S. Stole that, got it out in front to Schlegel, and a great save made by Shamara. Czechs control it from the faceoff over in the far boards. They've got it. We'll take it back behind their goal. Rater up through the middle. They'll lay it off. Chasing onto it, Jan Beely. Beely with a shot on goal. Rithage makes the save. Clear to the boards. In around behind. Zimic. U.S. slowly moving it out, very methodical, this build-up. Hauser forced back, and his own blue line up ahead, tipped in. Back to get it, Rater. U.S. player went down, calling for a penalty, none coming. Czechs bring it up, shot on goal. Rithage made the save, didn't see where that rebound was, recovered just in time. Now it's held against the side of the goal. But as this shot came in, Rithage makes the save. The ball's up high, it drops down, and he's not quite sure where it is. You see him look around. It's put in behind. U.S. a couple of times clear behind the goal, then it bounces out to the side and covered by Rithage. And there, face off to his left now. Spacek to take it for the Czechs. They win it. That shot went in wide of the goal. They're on the rebound. Sokup, he lost it. U.S. counterattacking. Dumping it in. Hustling down there. Corey Wilson, but getting there first is Dadich. Dadich, long pass up ahead. Finds Stepniak. Stepniak falls against Matt Caron. Fans don't like it. Now it opens up a little bit. Steve Gregory. Gregory in front. for Black. Black tumbles over the top of the goalkeeper. He was looking for the deflection. First we see Stepniak. He falls, no penalty there. We'll come back the other way. Steve Gregory. Cody Black racing for the front of the goal, can't put on the brakes. Over the top of Chimera he goes. Faceoff will come outside. Cleared in by the Czechs, racing onto it. Brzezinski with a shot, wide from a sharp angle, held in over on the far side by Vlasic. Vlasic in around behind the goal. This is Brzezinski again with it. Brzezinski gets out in front, his shot, that was blocked by Michael Bain. U.S. clear it down. Into the corner they go. The U.S. will come up with the loose ball. U.S. players lost a helmet. He's got to go to the bench. They'll allow the Czechs to bring it out. Global lost control of it as he was carrying it up the floor. U.S. with it. Up through the middle, past everybody. Again, they're going to wave it off. Almost hit that loose helmet that's out there. Ball bounces in the air, knocked down by Doherty. U.S. have it. Shot comes in from Warella. Turning in the corner, Ruiz back here on the near side. Czechs are on it, ball bouncing around. Shot comes in and Chimera comes up with a save, and then we've got much to do, I suspect, about nothing in the end. U.S. players were in looking for a rebound. The ball just bounces high in the air, and a great job by the U.S. player here. Just pluck it out of the air towards goal. Chimera reaches up and grabs it. Ball probably about 1.5 feet in the air when Varela made contact with it. 3:37 gone, second period, 1-1 tie. This game is what we thought it would be. Right from the faceoff, that shot did not get through. Off the boards, and the Czechs are away, 3 across. Fafar shoots. Rithage makes the save, comes off the end boards. Rathar's on it again. Gave it away. Chance for the U.S. Hackett ran out of gas. And the Czechs come back. Makovsky. That's Fafar, rather. They'll cycle it down low. Pospisil. Jan Pospisil. In around behind the U.S. goal. Hauser tried to take it away from him, but picking it up was Hinzel. Hinzel for the Czech Republic. Hinzel doing good work behind the U.S. goal. Back at the point. Benedict, his shot, Rithage has it. Saw it all the way, doesn't give up a rebound. Jess Hackett a minute ago had a chance and just lost his balance as he got to the Czech blue line. Here's the pass out to Benedict. Or I should say that's Ratar, number 73. 93 is Benedict. U.S. bring it out, pass through the middle, looking for Black. Rolls into Chimera, he'll hold on to it. Now let's check that. I've been calling that Chimera all game. That's Lucas Hesko in goal. For the Czechs, not Chimera at all. Chimera was a goaltender last night. That's Hesko. Ball goes into the U.S. bench. Number 98, the goalkeeper for the Czech Republic. My apologies for that mistake, folks. And as if it wasn't loud enough. The big scoreboard calling for the crowd to get louder, and they respond in kind. Deafening here inside Tipsport. Ball cleared out all the way down the floor, racing back to get it. Nick Carter around to Matt Karan. Carter's got it now for the U.S. Force back again. He'll go over the other side. Ball up along the boards, brought out. Steve Gregory for the U.S. Gregory trying to cut inside, knocked off his stick. Ball comes to the boards. Czechs have it. Spacek will clear it in. Stepniak into forecheck. Stepniak comes up with it. Back towards the point, picked off by Black. Black and Gregory. Good pass for Steve Gregory. Gregory gets the shot away, save made by Hesko. U.S. keep it in. Shot from a sharp angle comes to the side of the goal. Nets come off. Play will stop right there. Here's Steve Gregory. Good burst of speed down the left side. Got away a pretty good shot. Hesko made the save. The ball goes high up in the air. Batted away by Mikhail Dedic. Face off to the right of Hesko. Controlled by the Czechs. Hinzel. Hinzel shoots it in over the top of the goal. Ball comes out in front, cleared away by Andrew Hildreth. Regina up ahead, offside. Thomas Robel was in behind everybody, but as a result of being offside. Czech player injured, having to be helped off right down below us. That's Lucas Vlasic gone to the bench. He's going to need some attention there. Face-off just outside the Czech blue line. Referee wants the players to move back a little bit. Doherty and Fafar. Have a quick word with them. Fairly lengthy word. And immediately as he turns his back, they move up. Cleared down into the U.S. end. Zimic around the boards, kept in by Kudela. Shot from Hinzel, kicked away by Rethage. Hinzel's got it again. Hinzel into the middle. Shot off a U.S. stick up high. Stays in play in behind the goal. Still loose in front. They score! Ball bounced around and around and around, and finally the Czechs get a stick on it. And they make it 2-0. Thomas Fafar appears to be the goal scorer. The ball is up high and it comes down and just starts bouncing around, and see who can get a handle on it. There you see Fafar to the right. Ball settles. He scores. Nice little pass, nice little touch there by Daniel Hinzel. You can see as the ball came down, he actually got it to settle by getting his stick on it. The Czechs regained their 1-goal lead that they had early in this game. They scored at the 1:59 mark. Now it's 2-1 for the Czechs. Merchant, Hauser, Bobby Hauser, backhand save by Hesko, and he's got it. The U.S. needs to get Hauser and Ruiz going. Schlegel's got a goal. He's the other big scoring threat for the U.S. Hauser with a good chance that time. There you get a look at Jan Bílý, the Czech Republic. He's going to get waved out of the face-off circle. In behind the goal, Benedict. Up ahead and lifted high down the floor, racing to it, getting to it first, Jan Bukowski. Bukowski's got it in the corner. Out in front, shot blocked. Ball is still loose. Kubic had a chance. Czech stay on it. U.S. penalty coming up. Oh, wait, no. They think they're just going to call closing the hand on the ball. Take that one back. There it is. He caught the Yeah, neat little play. Jumped up, caught it, tossed it back between his legs to his teammate in front of the goal. Hauser, Bobby Hauser to the blue line and over. He'll go in and chase it himself. In there with Dadich. Hauser comes up with it. Hauser. Into the middle. Racing onto it. Thrown in front. Just missing. Taken in behind the goal. Sokup up the other side. Onto it first. He's onside. Stepniak. He gets pushed down. Referees play on. Fans don't like it. It gets a little physical. There's a big hit. That's a retaliation penalty. It's going to come to the Czechs, and that's a bad on-discipline penalty. They thought the U.S. should have gotten the penalty. They didn't get the call. They retaliated with a body check, and now they will go shorthanded. Michael Slanitz. You see Stepniak working against Matt Karan down the corner, and Karan just strong-arm Stepniak, and then coming the other way, Slanitz didn't like the no call one way, throws his body into the U.S. player Karan that way. It's one thing to try and pick up for your teammates, but you can't do it from inside the penalty box. Face-off won by the United States. Back at the blue line. Hildreth, the captain. To Worrella. Back to Hildreth. Back to Hildreth. Hildreth doesn't shoot it. Worrella. Hildreth. Room here. Gets his shot. Kicked away by Hesko and cleared down the floor by the Czechs. With age. Not quite sure where to go with it. To Worrella, and he's closed on right away by Hinzel. U.S. pinned back in their own end right now while on the power play. Now they finally get it out. Hildreth drops it off. Worrella over on the other side. States will set up in front for Worrella. Swing and a miss. Back at the blue line. Kiesel to Worrella. Down low. Worrella. His shot. Hesko's got it. It was loose for a moment. U.S. hoping there would be a rebound, and now we get a wrestling match going on. referee in the middle of it, having trouble breaking it up. Finally they do. Here it is, Borrella, his shot, it's juggled momentarily by Hesko. Got it in the chest and then it dropped down. The U.S. went looking. They were in there fishing. And a couple of takedowns. Let the referee sort out of this one. The U.S. gate is open. I suspect both gates will open. Borrella heading to the penalty box, as is Jan Pospisil. And that's it. The main combatants will go. I suspect it'll be both going two for roughing. Now we got a high stick against Borrella and roughing. Just trying to read the referee's hand signals over there. A couple of players gone now for the Czechs. There's three in the penalty box for the Czechs. Getting crowded over there. Right now just Borrella for the United States. Still discussing it over at the penalty box. There was already a Czech penalties. That accounts for one of the players. They sent two in there. The Czechs aren't happy. Czech player number 12, Thomas Kudela, his penalty's gone up on the board. And it's going to be an extra penalty to the Czech Republic. Only Kudela's penalty's gone up on the board, so it's a 5-on-3 for the United States. Hauser. And it'll be a fairly long one. 47 seconds to go in the first penalty. This is where they did their damage against Portugal yesterday. Hauser. Down low, comes back to Hauser. Across. Hauser takes it off his foot. Nowhere to go. Was looking for Ruiz over in the far post. That did work. Kept in by the States. Good work by Schlegel. States keep it in. That shot goes wide. Hauser with a shot from the point. It's deflected up and out of play. They're going to move the face-off outside the blue line. 14 seconds left to go in the 5-on-3. U.S. maintain the same players out there for the power play. Hauser, Schlegel, Ruiz, Wilson. And Hauser will go back to get it. 8 seconds left in the 5-on-3. They gain the zone. Back to Hauser. Over on the other side. Breaking in shot. Big save by Hesko. Now it's a 5-on-4. Coming out of the penalty box to pick it up. Slonitz. He's got it. Teammate calling for it back here. They'll kill some time. They'll swing it around. Dedic will wait. No, he won't shoot it. He'll kill some more time. Fans loving it here as the Czechs all for naught. As they try and clear it down the floor, it hits the big scoreboard above Tipsport, and that face-off will come back in the Czech end. Bad break there for the Czech team. There's Slonitz. He came out of that penalty box and then went in and forced a lot of time down in the American zone. He then elected to play it all the way back, and Czechs were able to kill a good 15-20 seconds of that power play. Face off to the right of Lucas Hesko. Back at the point, States win it. Shot on goal, Hesko with the save. Rebound cleared, up and out of play by Slonitz. Face-off will stay to Hesko's right. We're down to 27 seconds left to go in the man advantage for the United States. Behind the goal, Gregory back at the point. Kiesel back to Gregory, back to Kiesel. Slap shot from Hildreth, and Hesko caught it, gave it a little how do you do. He draws another big hand from the fans. Good looking shot here. Hildreth stepped into it. Yeah, I got it, says Hesko. No problem. Shot, the catch, and the nod of the head. Cool as a cucumber. Again, there's some discussion about where the players are supposed to line up for the face-off. Your foot to the right side of that hash mark, and we're good to go. Czechs win it, clear it down the floor. That'll kill the penalty. Over on the other side, Czech player back out. We're 5-on-5. Dedic up ahead, Jan Bili. He has it taken away. Back behind the goal, Benedict will take it. Benedict, long pass up the floor. That went to nobody in particular. There'll be a flooring call against the Czech Republic. Game moving along quickly here in the second period. Just 3:22 left to play. In behind the Czech goal, the ball goes out in front. States can't get a stick on it. Trying to hold it in, they can. It'll come out over the red line. John Petito out there now for the U.S. Haven't seen him yet in this game. Number 20. Spacek, number 20 for the Czechs, will clear it in. Stepniak coming off the boards, getting in shooting position. Shot, Rathage made the save, had a look around, and it's cleared out. The States come out one-on-one. Petito, he shoots! And Hesko just got a glove on it enough to deflect it over the top of the goal. And again, more puffing of the chest from the players. No quarter given. Both teams want this one. They want to maintain their perfect record. Dennis Hickey, as the U.S. used some players they haven't used a whole lot. He was out there. He'll pick up the penalty. I mentioned Jim Petito was out there as well. Minor penalties to each team for roughing. So again, we're 4-on-4. So a ton of room out there. This big international surface. I tell you, Lucas Hesko was He is perturbed at the way the referees are delaying these puck ups. There's one. Ball drops. These face-offs and getting the players set up right. Last time he came out slamming his stick. Spinning away. Roble across. Shot. Saved by Rethage as he robs Preshut. Richard Preshut hasn't played a lot in this game either for the Czechs, but got a great chance here. Set up by Tomáš Roble. Sliding over to make the save was the U.S. player. Blocks the shot. Nick Carter doing a great job dropping in front of his goaltender. Vlasic down into the corner. Roble on it first. Roble back at the point. Shot comes in, blocked up high by Warella. Czechs continue on in behind the goal. Czech player goes down. Again, the fans would love to see the referee's arm go up. It does not. Play continues. Roble having a great shift. Finally loses it, and Ruiz is away. Ruiz, the pass. It's blocked and batted out of the air. Ruiz was trying to get it to Cody Warella on that 2-on-1 if he could have been successful on that pass. And there's what looks to be a pretty good hook that wasn't called. And if that pass could have gotten over to Warella, he was all alone. A great job to block the pass. Face off again to the left of Hesko. U.S. win it. Shot over the top of the goal. Out of the air, out at center. Knocked down by the States. They'll keep it in. They can get it to settle down. Schlegel. Kudela was all over him. Chipped away by Fafar. Hildreth. Under 2 minutes to go here in the second period. Kudela's got it. Brings it in. Offside. The ball, well, they're going to discuss. I think the ball had come outside the red line before Kudela got it. And then he brought it in with his players trapped inside. Thought he still had the zone. No, actually what it was is the Czech player simply didn't get out in time. Rethage. U.S. win the face-off. Shot in off the end boards. Diving out, Hesko to cover it up. Ball is dropped. Nope, they didn't like the way it was done. They're going to wave out the Czech centerman. Jan Beely will come to take the face-off against Jordan Senecal. Beely's got it. Beely here on the left side, too far. States come back. U.S. player slides down. We're under a minute to go now in the second period. Whistle goes as players fall on the ball. U.S. player sliding hard into the boards. That was Senecal. He gets a little push and a push back. That's when the referee blew the whistle before it escalated beyond that. .55 seconds left to go, opening period. Czech Republic clinging to a 1-goal lead over the United States. Hauser along the boards. On his backhand as he cuts towards the middle, knocked off his stick by Slonitz. Hauser Down low, looking for the return pass. That's picked off, and away goes Stepniak. Stepniak down into the corner. Read that play perfectly. Stepniak coming off the boards himself. Shot again blocked by the U.S. They've done a great job of that this evening. The ball again hits the score clock. Faceoff's going to come back down in the U.S. end. On Pospisil. Volbel will take the face-off for the Czech Republic against Jonathan Ruiz. Czechs control it. Shot. Rithage made the save. Rebound was there, but batted away by the U.S. Kept in by the Czechs. In behind the goal. Brezhina turning. Brezhina with a shot. That is loose in the crease. Cleared. Not out. Kept in by Pospisil. 5 seconds to go. They need to shoot it. Need to hear the fans screaming, shoot, shoot, you're going to run out of time. And you did indeed run out of time as you ran behind the goal. Here's Brezhina. As he turns, gets it to his forehand. Everybody going the other way. Got a good shot away. Rithage made the save. Brezhina's been very good in this tournament. Sat out the first game, played last night, had a couple. He's been solid in this one. We end in a flurry in front of the U.S. goal. One goal in that period, that by the Czech Republic, and they lead it 2-1 after 2 periods of play. We expected a close, hard-fought game. We have a close, hard-fought game. We'll be back with the third period. See what that brings. 15 minutes to go in regulation with the Czechs leading by 1. You're watching the 2017 ISBHF World Ball Hockey Championships from Pardubice in the Czech Republic.
Vy to asi teď ještě neuslyšíte, ale vedle mě je Tomáš Hruber, který skutečně dýchá o 106. Je to dneska hodně náročný, co to má? Byli jste teďka poslední dny trošku víc posloupně kvůli Američanům, protože jsou hodně tvrdí. Výborně, to je dobrá zpráva. Ty jsi aktuálně mistr extraligy. Jak moc pro tebe bylo těžké se ještě namotivovat a hlavně najít ty síly na světový šampionát? Takže využij toho, že máš fanoušky teďka na kameře. Je jich tady fakt velká fura a řekni nějaký vzkaz. Takže to je jasná výzva Tomáše Hrubera. Zvyšte hlasitky, klidně, hnedka, teďka. bezpečné a pravé hrdiny. Cenu fair play od pánu Martina Komárka a Libora Koburka, předsedu disciplinární komise Českomoravského svazu hokejbalu, předají Martinu cenu fair play 2 hrdinů. Prvním je pan Luboš Kubálek a Štěpán Kánský. Jenom dodává, že tito hrdinové zachránili život mladeckému dorostenci Michalovi, když v utkání zapadl mu jazyk a jenom díky tomu, že rychle přiskočili a vydali mu jazyk, tak mu zachránili jeho život. Takže poprosím předání Martina Komárka a Libora Koburka pro Luboše Kubálka a Štěpána Kánského. Veliký potlesk, toto jsou právoplatní hrdinové. Jelikož ten program je velice napěchovaný, tak jdeme dále od hrdinů směrem k soutěžícím. Takže já poprosím si z vás, pánové, kteří jste chytli létající talíře na plasku Tabendyho, abyste rychle přišli za mnou, ale skutečně rychle přišli za mnou, protože ten čas je neúprostný. Takže kdo z vás má talíř, tak přijde za mnou, nebo si ty ceny odnesu já. Tak nesmělé kroky našich mladých chlapců směřují přesně tam, kam mají teda ke mně. Pojďme si rychle, zkusíme to i rozběhnout, tak, pojďte se za mnou, kluci. A každý si vezme teďka hokejku, vem si hezky hokejku, vem si míček a budeme střílet na tuto plachtu. Hokejka je zde, míček je zde, branka je tamhle, takže přeju ti hodně štěstí, máš 3 míčky, 3 střely, kdo střelí nejvíce otvorů, ten získává krásné ceny, může i začít. Tak první střela byla trošku vedle, takže jdeme na druhou střelu. Taky to nevyšlo a poslední pokus. Tak, tady to nevyšlo, takže jdeme do dalšího účastníka, trochu menšího mistře do hokejky, ty bude asi velká, tak ber si hokejku. Hokejka je tento nástroj, výborně. A vystřel na bránu, máš 3 pokusy. Kousek vedle pokus číslo 2. A poslední pokus pro zatím našeho nejmladšího a vlastně nejmenšího soutěžícího. Nevyšlo to dvakrát. Tak, třetí pán na hlavě toto bude jistě zkušený hodně balista a rychlé příčky, rychlé přestřely. Ještě než se podíváme do třetí třetiny, pojďme si vzpomenout, co nejlepšího jste viděli ve třetině druhé.
And here inside Tipsport, we are experiencing ball hockey at its very highest level. What a game we've got going this evening here in the Czech Republic, where it is 4 minutes before 6 o'clock in the evening. 2-1, Czech Republic leads the United States in what has been a sensational contest up until this point. We've got 15 minutes to go. Both goaltenders playing brilliantly. Lucas Hesko for the Czech Republic, Jonathan Rithage for the United States. Both teams giving it all. It has been battles all over the floor. And this is just the preliminaries, folks. This game is worthy of a gold medal game. This is as good as it gets. Up until now, because it could get better as this competition goes on. It's only day 3, and what a treat. Just to bring you up to date, earlier today in the women's competition, which just started today, Slovakia defeated the defending world champion team from Canada 2-1. So Slovakia off to a great start. The United States came from behind to defeat Italy 2-1. And we will have a game in the women's division once we get through this one. Czech Republic, Great Britain coming up next. 7 p.m. local time. This game may push that one to a little bit later start. No, maybe not. It's just 6 o'clock now. We have this one over with. Nice teams have time to get their warm-ups in because we've got another one at 9:30, men's game, Slovakia and Greece. For right now, all eyes on Czech Republic and the United States. No penalties as we start the third. 5 aside. Right at the U.S. blue line. Nobody can get a good handle on it. Now the U.S. finally come up with it. Up ahead, Wilson. Down for Gregory, Steve Gregory. Morella's out in front. That hit the side of the net. Up along the boards. Out towards the blue line. Knocked down, but not kept in. 2-on-1 here for the Czechs. Shot. No, off the goalpost. Hinzel saying it went in and came out. We may have to have a look at the replay. That shot goes wide. Gregory's got it. Some drama to start things off. Hinzel broke out 2-on-1, took this shot. Thought it went in. Referee was in perfect position, waved it off. Kruchek back for Benedict. He stopped. U.S. come up with it. They steal it. Back of the point, Doherty. Across, shot comes in wide from Warella. Right at the Czech blue line. Played back by Krušek. Long pass, picked off by the U.S. Ball comes to the boards. Up ahead, Doherty. Through the blue line, shot from Warella over the top of the goal. Rebound all the way out towards the blue line. Scooped up there by Jan Beely. Beely got Warella all over him. Both players go down. Referee looks at them and says, carry on, boys. This is the World Championships. You both go down, you both get up. Keep playing. Dumped in around the boards. Coming in front, shot by Jan Beely. From the slot area, able to turn around and get away a shot. Rethage made the save. Coming off the boards, Kubic. And Rethage will cover up. Here it is, Hinzel. His shot. Boy. He may have a case. Can't see it there. But the first one, frankly, looked like Hinzel may have had a case. The referee was in the best position, says no. U.S. player waved out. Schlegel comes in to take the face-off. Right from the face-off, the Czechs get a shot towards goal. Cleared out and down the floor by Jim Petito. No flooring. He'll play on again. The Czechs will clear it in. Right to Rethage. Getting there first, though, was Nick Carter. Carter for the U.S. Slowly making his way up. Gives it to Hauser. Hauser. Cut off. Up at the blue line. U.S. trying to clear it in. They do. Back to get it. Slanitz. Up around the boards. U.S. couldn't hold it in. So they'll have to go back into their own end. We've got 3 minutes gone here in the third period. The noise continues, the drum beat continues. Down into the corner. Vlasic around the boards. Brezhina down the left side, takes it down low, throws it out in front. Roble turned, could not get a shot on goal. Back up along the boards, Brezhina. Down for Roble. Ball comes out over center. Over the far side. They'll go Peter Svanda. In front. Fafar with a shot. Another shot. Rathage with a couple of saves. On goal. Rathage kicks that one away off Kruchek. Again, the Czech player goes down, much to the chagrin of the fans. Battle down in the corner. Czechs come up with it back at the point. One-handed shot by Pospisil. Kept the ball down in deep. Fafar wants to come back to the point. They're not letting Pospisil get it. Out at the point, U.S. player Matt Kiesel was all over Pospisil. They continue to joust outside the blue line. Czechs have it. The referee out at the blue line calls a couple of penalties. And it is to the two guys who are having a go at it outside the blue line that we referenced, Pospisil and Kiesel. They were just showing the replay of that shot by Hinsel a moment ago. They thought went in up on the big screen. The fans agree with Hinsel. You can see it went in. Now a bottle's been tossed out. Well, getting tired of seeing bottles tossed out. We had a spat of that in some ice hockey I did back in Canada a while ago. Carter behind the net. 4-on-4 will go with Pospisil and Kiesel in the penalty box. Back to get it. Benedict. Andre Benedict off the boards. That misfired. Carter up ahead was looking for Ruiz. That hit the referee. Ruiz with a shot kicked away by Hesko. Rader. Benedict. Benedict having a look around. Up at center, tipped in by Kubesh. Carter. He's given a bump. Keeps going. Carter does good work. Gets it up ahead. Senecal down low. Senecal circling. Jordan Senecal, a shot towards goal. Knocked away by Hesko. Brezhina. Check that. Dadic played it back. Czechs break out 2-on-1. Comes to the side of the goal. They'll try and jam it in. Martin Spacek had trouble handling the ball on that 2-on-1. It turned into not much of anything, as he ended up just taking it to the side of the goal. Hauser from a sharp angle. Hesko makes the save. Over 6 minutes gone here in the third period. Non-stop action. Czech Republic, United States. Spacek trying to get it in front. Cleared away by the U.S. to the boards. Collision over there. Spacek in looking for it. Cleared out by Liebers. And that'll be a flooring call against the United States. Here's that 2-on-1 chance, and you see Spacek just lost the handle and ended up just playing it to the side of the goal. Got a bit of a chance there on the second. He tried to jam it home. Liebers with it for the U.S. Still lots of time, not quite at the halfway mark of this period. U.S. on it first, flooring waved off. Out in front, back towards the point. Tapped in, good play by Zimic. Shot comes in, that hit the side of the goal. U.S. have it in behind the goal. Schlegel with a shot. Ruiz hustling over to the far side. Ruiz knocked down. It's going to be a penalty coming up to the Czech Republic. Andre Brezina will go for tripping up Jonathan Ruiz, and the United States will go on the power play. So Brezina goes to the penalty box. The United States go to the power play. 7:32 left to go. Or 7:32 gone. 7:28 left to go. Face off down in the Czech Republic end. Face-off controlled by the United States with the man advantage. Hildreth, cross, Warella, Schlegel, and Hauser back at the point. Schlegel, Warella with a shot. Cleared by the Czech Republic, up and out of play into the U.S. bench. Face-off, come back down into the Czech end of the floor. Andrew Hildreth, U.S. captain. Ball is dropped and it is cleared quickly down the floor by the Czechs. Minute 35 to go in the power play. Hauser for the U.S. Hauser winding up. Turns. Forced back at center. They still haven't gained the blue line. Hildreth will just shoot it in. Save made by Hetsko. And that will allow the Czechs to clear it down the floor. Minute 10 to go on the power play. Hauser, Hildreth. Again, he'll just softly put it into the corner. This time in there first is Hauser. He's got it. The U.S. go to work in behind the goal. Hauser with it. Schlegel's out in front. He'll come back here to the point. This is Ruiz. Down to Schlegel. Schlegel, sharp angle. Hetsko looked around. The ball came out the other side. Kept in by the U.S. Hauser around the boards. Schlegel waiting for it. Schlegel turning. Schlegel's got some room. Across. Rebound. Save. Hetsko. Rebound again. It doesn't go in. Crease violation had been called. But what a save here by Hetsko. What a chance for the U.S. How did Hauser miss on that first try? Just didn't control the ball, I think, the way he wanted. He had to bring it back out and then just didn't get it up in the air. Morello with a chance. Hauser with a second chance. But well, what's happened is the mask of the goalkeeper, Hetsko, had come off. Lost his bucket. That's why the whistle went. Three great chances for the U.S., all for naught. 37 seconds to go in the power play. U.S. will keep that same unit out there. Schlegel, Hauser, back at the blue line. Hildreth, Ruiz, Warella up front. Big face-off, right towards the goal, bouncing around in front of Hesko. It's still loose, poked to the corner. Warella has it. U.S. coming close. Can't solve the Czech goalkeeper. Hauser. Warella. His shot. Ball goes up high, rebound, jammed. Czech goaltender goes crashing into the net. Ball stays out. Down to 15 seconds to go. Here you see it poked around. Hesko couldn't get a handle on it. Just incredible action in front of the Czech goalkeeper these last two sequences. U.S. just can't get it past him. And this one, from the shot, the ball went up high in the air. Trying to get to it was the U.S. player who was then, as you can see there, shoved into Hesko. Hesko slow to get back to his feet. But the U.S. player was pushed in the back. It was Hildreth who went into Hesko. Lukasz Hesko. Veteran goalkeeper Hesko, 34 years of age. Has done a heck of a job here this evening. Still a dozen seconds to go on the power play. Hauser across. U.S. with it. Hildreth towards goal. That just went wide. Comes off the end boards. Penalty is now over. The Czechs have killed it off just barely. And the fans give the Czech penalty killers, in particular Lukasz Hesko, a big round of applause. And again, a party atmosphere here inside Tipsport. The Czechs know how to have a great time at a hockey game. Big save by Hesko. Thrown towards the goal, batted away by Rathar. He shakes his hand as he knocked that ball out of the air. Czechs come up with it, they'll lug it out, up through the middle. Here they come. Benedict in front. Went off of Kubesh. Kubesh behind the goal. Taken away. Under 5 minutes to go. Senecal trying to get in. Pushed off the ball by Rathar. Down the floor. It will be a flooring call against the Czechs. Everybody working hard along the boards, but coming away with it was Pavel Kubec. This is Senecal working against Rathar. Rathar just stays with him, pushes him away from the ball. The noise level rises at Battle down in the corner. Kiesel down there for the U.S. Taken away. That was Slanitz who got it out. Up ahead. Sokup. Towards the goal in front. Cleared away. U.S. cleared down the floor. They were hoping to make a run onto it. They don't. It'll be a flooring call against the U.S. Back down to our right we'll go. Sokup with the pass through the crease, trying to get it to Spacek, who was tied up in front of Verthage. Face off to the left of Verthage. This is only the preliminaries, and this has the feel of a gold medal game. I can only imagine what it'll be like here if the home team does manage to advance to that championship game. Long way to go between now and then, and some very good teams to get through. Robel down low. Brzezinski. Watched by Liebers. Brzezinski threw it out in front. Picked off by Bobby Ryan. Up ahead to Schlegel. Schlegel tried to give it back to Ryan. Taken away by the Czechs. Good defensive play by Liebers. Krejciuk tried to cut in front. Czechs have it again. Back in their own end. Batted out of the air. The U.S. have it. 2-on-1 down low. Out in front. They score! The U.S. have scored to tie it up. Had to wait for the referee to point to the back of the goal. Wasn't quite sure if that had gone in. There was a bit of a delayed reaction. Let's take a look at it. This Ruiz out in front. Schlegel out to Ruiz. And I said the U.S., you couldn't see the ball go in the net from up here. That was kind of the angle we had. Let's see what we see down here. Schlegel. Ruiz gets the stick. Yeah, went right up top. Top shelf. Where they keep the expensive scotch. Now the Czech fans, again, they've shown that replay. They don't think it went in. They think it hit the crossbar, came straight down. And we've got debris going all over the floor. They're angry. A minute ago or earlier in this period, it looked like bottles going everywhere. Heads up down there, guys. Let's take another look. Oh my. Again, they may have a point, folks. As with the Hinsel one, it looked like perhaps it had gone in. It was waved off. This one, there is no video replay that I know of. Folks, you got to stop throwing stuff on the floor. That's not good. Not the U.S.'s fault. They're just playing the game. Everybody needs to calm down. Not good. Get a bottle thrown out there with water on it, makes the floor slippery, makes it dangerous for everybody. You got young people out there picking up the bottles and other people throwing it. I understand the frustration. And this is what happens when they show those controversial plays up on the big screen. Both calls have gone against the Czech Republic. Feel free to be as angry as you want. Feel free to boo all you want. Heck, you can call the referees names if you want. But you can't throw things out onto the playing surface. You see now the Czech players with towels trying to wipe things up. Dangerous situation for everybody. Water bottles being thrown out with liquid still in them. I mean, even without liquid in them, it's not good. But when you throw it out with liquid, this floor can get very slippery and very dangerous. Jonathan Rethage. Been talking all along about how passionate these fans are, but there are right and wrong ways to respond. Tomasz Kudela responds by just playing with the ball a little bit. Let's hope cooler heads prevail. We've still got 3 minutes, 9 seconds left to go. The goal's going to stand. The fans getting louder. Hard to hear yourself think in here. I can't imagine it being any louder. Hope you get a bit of a feel for what's happening here. Here come the Czechs. Shot from Hinzel. Save made by Rethage. Hinzel's got it again behind the goal. Kushek towards the goal, cleared away. Hildreth has it down the floor. Kudela on it first. Tomasz Kudela. Hildreth. Ball stays in play down inside the Czech blue line. Got to be careful. U.S. player was lurking. That was Steve Gregory. Czechs up the left side, in over the blue line, stop, shot. In off the end boards, collision in front of the goal, cleared out to the blue line, no further. Fanning on it was Tomasz Rater. Still in U.S. territory. Jan Bukowski behind the goal along with Jan Bieli. And there is some heavy hitting happening right now. Jan Bieli, Matt Karan. Karan's going to pick up a penalty. It's a delayed penalty right now. Czechs have got the extra attacker out there. Robel, back, shot. Off the end boards, hits the end of the goal. Whistle goes. Wow, high sticking. Referee Ian Hollett has called high sticking on the U.S. Matt Karan will go. He and Jan Bieli were engaged in one heck of a physical battle down to the side of the goal. Karan got his stick up. So now the Czechs will go on the power play. Fans like that call a whole lot better. U.S. win the faceoff. Clear the ball down the floor. Esko out to play it. Pospisil out there with stolen away by the U.S. Sullivan. He'll dump it down the floor again. 20 seconds gone in the penalty. The Czechs trying to get it in over that blue line. They do. Kept in. Pospisil. Now they'll settle it. Kudela here at the right point. Kudela. Shotguns in wide of the goal. Rebound over to the far side. Hinzel. Pospisil. Kudela. Kudela with the one-timer. It's deflected over the top of the goal. Kushek. Kudela. Hinzel. Pospisil. Kudela. Blocked by Corey Wilson, and he'll send it down the floor. U.S. change. The Czechs are changing. Almost a steal right at the blue line. Coming off the bench to pick it up. Kubec. Kubec will clear it down. Kubec working around Hauser. Kubec down low. Out in front. Shot over the top of the goal. DeFazio for the U.S. and they will clear it. 30 seconds to go in the man advantage. whistle went. As time has run out, and the fans not happy with the fact this game is tied. They think they scored. They think the U.S. didn't. But we are tied at regulation. We will go to a shootout. 3 shooters each. The 2 captains head over. Hildreth and Kubish. 2-2 tie. The end of regulation. What a game. I may be in the minority. I prefer to see this end in a tie and say both teams played great. It's a tie. They're going to meet again. It's preliminary. Not a fan of the shootout, as a lot of people aren't. Some people don't like ties. I don't mind them. Personal opinion only. 10-second editorial. The fans are dancing and clapping and singing. They were mad for a while. Now they want to will their team on to victory now that we're going to a shootout. It'll be 3 shooters. If we are tied after 3 shooters each, we'll go to sudden death, 1 for 1. It's another game scheduled for half an hour from now. The women's game, Czech Republic, Great Britain. So folks, are you having fun yet? Up first, Cody Warella for the U.S. Backhand, forehand, scores! Quick hands by Warella, and he dances back to the bench. Slick hands, Cody Warella. Jan Bili up first for the Czech Republic. Tall player. Try and use his reach. He'll swing wide. With age, waiting for him. Bili goes to the backhand but lost it. May have had some room upstairs if he could have controlled the ball. Got it up in the air, but as he went forehand, backhand, lost the handle. And there you see it off the heel of the stick. Couldn't elevate it. Up next for the U.S., Denny Schlegel. Schlegel got the U.S.'s first goal of this game. Schlegel holds. Save, I believe, made by Hesko. Save, I believe, not sure if it may have hit the post. Again, tough to tell from up here. Up and no, Hesko with the save, no doubt about it, on the replay. Second shooter for the Czech Republic, Tomáš Fejfar. Shoots wide. So now, Bobby Hauser has the game on his stick. If he can score, there you see Fejfar. He elects to shoot it. Looking top corner. Just missed. Hauser, if he scores, will win it for the U.S. And hopefully the reaction will be a proper one. Well, the fans aren't happy, but not over. Here's Hauser, can win it for the United States. Stick handling. Oh, Hesko stayed right with him. Hauser threw 100 moves at him. Hesko didn't buy any of them. Hesko just standing his ground. Thought about the poke check. Nope. Stayed back. Anticipating the deke and just stayed deep in the net. And the glove on top of the pad. Now for the Czechs. Backhand. They miss. Now it's over. The United States have won it. Just the one goal in the shootout. That by Cody Warella. And the United States defeat the Czech Republic 3-2 in a shootout in an epic game in front of a huge partisan crowd at Tipsport. They're not going to go away in a good mood, but their team picks up a point for the overtime loss. Still lots of ball hockey left to be played. I don't know if any team would really expect to go to the final undefeated with so many good teams here in Pardubice. So if you happen to lose one in a shootout, it's not the end of the world. What a game we've seen. From a fan standpoint, that was a beauty. And that's, as I said, this is in the preliminary round, but boy, did that have the feel of a world championship right there. Fans still tossing a few things out onto the floor. Not going to change the result. And listen, your team's got lots of games left to play. Still looking for the gold medal, as is the U.S., as is Canada, as is Slovakia, who've won it the last 2 times, as is every other team here. There are 18 men's teams. Lukas Hesko, player of the game for the Czech Republic. We have got a very short window now. Another game coming up 7 o'clock. That's 26 minutes from now. I don't know if they can get everybody off and allow the teams to have the appropriate warm-up time that is needed, but it'll be a game in the women's division. And a lot of this crowd is going to stay here. Player of the game for the USA, a popular choice before they even announce it. It's the goalkeeper, Jonathan Verthage. Well, the fans can't be mad at him about anything. Verthage, the 2 goalkeepers, fittingly the 2 players of the game. Back in about 25 minutes, unless we have a slight delay. Women's game, Czech Republic, Great Britain. Expect a lot of these fans to stick around and cheer on their women's national team. My name is George Kopp. We'll see you again 7 o'clock for the women's game. Boy, it's been fun.
Ale to zdaleka není všechno, protože my zhruba za 25 let pokračujeme v té šampionátské jízdě a to první utkání žen České republiky, které v 19 hodin vyzvou vyzývatelky z Velké Británie. Takže bych si strávil něco dobrého, takovou se nepočíte. A v 19